It's interesting because I got a chance to go out to Apple in Cupertino to speak at Global Accessibility Day. They brought in a whole bunch of employers, and there was me, the hotel guy, and they wanted us to kind of focus in on the technology, the phones, the iPads, and so forth. I got up there and I said, "Yeah, no," and the air just came out of the room. I said, "Yes, it's a big part of it, but it's the people." So as I said before, hiring people with compassion, patience, tolerance, and love, that's the key to all this, because that means you're looking out for them to succeed more so than you're looking out for yourself.
Rick Haydock, you seem like an infamous person to me. I've heard so much about you today and formerly with Gray, so I'm excited to sit down and have this conversation.
Oh, we're delighted to have you at the Lantern, Columbia.
Yeah, so remind us all again where we are.
So we're in the Vista neighborhood of Columbia, South Carolina, blocks from the campus and blocks from the Capitol.
What is special about this property?
It's really twofold. One is we acquired a historic firehouse, 3 buildings, made a really cool small campus with 59 boutique rooms. The design is really, really special and incorporates the history of the firehouse and what we set out to do with our community, the convergence of the 3 rivers in Columbia. The soul of the hotel, though, is one out of 3 of our staff have a intellectual or developmental disability. We partner with University of South Carolina's LIFE program, which is in the College of Education, where there's 25 students, Down syndrome, autism, other intellectual disabilities, who get to go to college. Now, they're not sitting in English 101 or calculus. They're learning independent living skills. We partner with them to teach hospitality. We also partner with USC's hotel school. And in my opinion, it's one of the best hotel schools that put out hotel operators. They're all over the country, clubs, great operators. We're working with them. They work here, whether it's internships or jobs. What I love about it, and this is so important for Lantern, is they're working side by side with individuals with disabilities. So when they graduate from USC, the whole idea is they go to Ritz, Four Seasons, Hilton, Marriott, and they say, wait a minute, when I was, we're understaffed. And I think everybody in our line of work now, we are understaffed, is they go to those hotels and say, when I was in Columbia, I worked next to a kid with autism. I worked next to someone with Down syndrome, and they were awesome. Why don't we? So it's not just what's going on here in Columbia at the Lantern. We're hoping it has a larger effect on our industry at large.
I love this. I love everything about it, which is why we're here. Why is this a passion of yours? How did you come into it?
I'm a dad. All right. So my 3rd daughter has Down syndrome. So 20 years ago, I was working in resorts in South Florida. And when you're a parent, child is born, you're told they've got some type of disability. First question is, are they healthy? Second question is, what type of life are they going to have? Mm-hmm. Third question is, what happens when I'm gone? So now granted, this was a large resort, 2,000 team members. So we started working with various job transitioning. So what happens in the disability community is you get out of high school, you're gone. Like, you get kicked out of high school at 21. Like, my daughter has a certificate of completion. She doesn't even have a GED. So what happens to these kids when they get kicked out of the public school or the school system? So you have a lot of grassroots transitionary job. Like here in South Carolina, we have vocational rehabilitation. We have Best Buddies. We have Project Search. There's all sorts of different organizations that help put individuals with disabilities into the workforce. Problem is who accepts them. So you often will see that one kid bagging groceries.
Yes.
So what I wanted to do, and I started to do, is if you think about with hospitality, what we do, you don't hire people who don't like others. So it's like the perfect industry to incorporate individuals with disabilities because, I say it all the time. I mean, people in hospitality, when they say on the airplane, put your mask on first, we do not do that. We're going to make sure that everybody around us is taken care of. Our mask goes on second. So working alongside individuals who take our industry of hospitality, it just is a natural merger. So here at the Lantern Columbia, 30% of our, 1 out of 3, and it'll probably go to 4 out of 10 in due time as we, elevate and promote and our business picks up, having been in business only 6 months. So to that, it's just this beautiful merger. And I will tell you this, like in our 6 months of operation, our guest scores are quite high. Do I think we're that good? No. But what happened to hospitality when a guest comes into a building and they feel something? We've somewhat commoditized our line of work, which is great. I mean, there's a need for it. But there is a component of hospitality where you want to go old school. You want something to be felt by that hotel, by the design, by the building, by the food, by the people. So, Lantern is looking to that as, like we say, if we provide a great night's sleep on our luxury linens, a great meal, a phenomenal cocktail, but they don't feel something when they've left, we didn't deliver.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like such a shallow person right now because I haven't thought that deeply about it. But I can tell you personal experience walking in and talking to some of the team members. They just sort of light up something about you. And several of them are very eager to talk. They're not shy, running to hide. No, they're very easy to ask lots of questions.
That's why it's called a spectrum. When you look at the autism spectrum, you have some that are very introverted, very task driven. They're in our laundry, and the linens that get folded and cleaned, perfect. Do they show up to work 5 minutes before? I mean, right on. Then you have the other end of the spectrum, and we're going to be talking to somebody shortly.
Excellent.
Bigger than life personality. And that's the guy that's like, you know what? My faith in humanity is restored. You're an awesome person. You did a great job for me at dinner tonight. I love life.
I mean, this is amazing. Yeah, I am so excited to talk to them. So, but you're a hotel guy. You're a hotel guy with special needs child, and that's where the idea and then passion, and then you're like, we got to do this.
It was a very selfish thing.
I don't care.
So
I'll take it.
When my daughter was born, and you go through these 3 questions, and you're trying to figure out, all right, well, what can I do? Like, I'm a hotel guy. I'm not a neurodiverse scientist that can develop things for. That's not me. I serve food. I make beds. That's what I do. So to that, what can we do in our line of work? And like I said, in that thought pattern, it comes together. So in essence, I'm just a father that just happens to be at the right place that can have an impact for families like ours.
Love it. How replicable is this? It feels very replicable. Like, shouldn't we be doing this everywhere?
We're ready to do it in Rock Hill in a few months. We're opening the second Lantern, partnering with Winthrop University, another state of South Carolina university's life program, and that local community. And in the Reigns organization, we are looking at, we have a shortage of team members. So I know some of my colleagues in the Reigns organization have reached out and said, what's the secret sauce?
What is the secret sauce?
It's interesting because I got a chance to go out to Apple in Cupertino to speak at Global Accessibility Day. They brought in a whole bunch of employers, and there was me, the hotel guy, and they wanted us to kind of focus in on the technology, the phones, the iPads, and so forth, and how it can assist individuals with disabilities in living better lives. I got up there and I said, no. And the air just came out of the room. I said, yes, it's a big part of it, but it's the people. So as I said before, hiring people with compassion, patience, tolerance, and love, that's the key to all this, because that means you are looking for someone, you're looking out for them to succeed more so than you're looking out for yourself, kind of the Maston second thing. So that really is the key. So when I speak to my colleagues at Reigns, I'm like, guys, understand that if you're looking for someone to work in your laundry, and yet you might profile somebody and they can fit that job, understand that who they're working with is more important than the task at hand, and how you accept them into that organization is more important. And it's been welcoming. So, granted, we're in our infancy, and you know what it takes to open a hotel. So that I think is down the, that's to come. So it is replicable.
But we opened in January. The people I've talked to seemingly have been here since day one.
Yes.
And they're ecstatic to being here.
It's a great place. I mean, like I said, this chemistry of, 70%, able-bodied, able-minded 30% with a disability. The 70% were handpicked. So coming together, it just kind of creates this magic.
What were your 4 pillars again?
Patience, tolerance, compassion, and love. You don't hear guys like us talking about love, but it's a big part of this. But then again, like I said, if you look at hospitality and what the true definition is, that's what it is.
Do you have to, I love everything about this. Do you do anything different in the physical hotel, or is it just the exact same?
Oh, we do a lot different.
Okay.
For example, in a pillows, queen bedded, you're going to put standard pillows down. And, you have the larger pillows, larger mattresses. Can't do that. They can't distinguish between a standard pillowcase and a king pillowcase. Not happen. At the Lantern, all of our pillows are kings. Make it easy for them. We also have the way we do our housekeeping process. We have to, in the training of it, and again, there's a focus concern with some of our team members. So we actually have cards that, and many can't read. So we have icons in the sequencing, and they take a dry erase marker and check it off once they go through the sequencing. So we have to modify. And what's so important to understand is one size does not fit all. So you've got someone, like I talked about the spectrum. I've got someone who's like, man, they dial in. It might take them 4 to 5x to get trained. They are dialed in, done. Like done. But then I've got some that are all over the map. So those are the ones that we have in public area. Why? Because they will talk to a guest. So those are the ones that will have our, laminated icons, the sequencing of how they perform their tasks.
All right, give me some more.
The way we do linens is kind of a similar thing in that, you have your normal linen process, but we have the way we sort linens. We have different bins colored that it has to go in so that we can retain the folks. Now, many of the things that I would say to you are great ideas for everybody to make sure that you get the job done properly. So in many cases, it's like you're doing things to the 5th degree to make sure that you've got that uniformity, but you're doing it out of care for the person to make sure that they can succeed. So to that, a lot of the stuff that we do is, okay, that doesn't sound to be crazy, but we do go to that 5th degree to make sure that individual can succeed.
I love this. What on my brain, though, is you're the secret sauce. And I don't know that you grow on trees.
Well, you asked, in a minute, can you replicate it?
Yeah.
And I think it all boils down to, I will be, the Rains team and myself will be up in Rock Hill opening that. That's a phenomenal, it's a 1926 historic hotel, 1920s hotel architecture, plaster walls, that is being, completely retrofitted to make a modern hotel. There'll be a lot of time up there with myself and our team. We have the team in place here because we're creating the culture and the soul so that it's not a secret sauce person. It's a secret sauce culture.
Well, I think this conversation is going to be the Bible and the gold standard. Everybody should watch it back over and over again just to learn or get your contact info and call you and say help. Because right now I wouldn't feel like I could do it at my hotel. You just said it. Oh yeah, it's super easy.
No. sorry, Teague. Not super easy. Because what I've learned is if it takes 2 to 3x to get somebody trained, say it's a server, takes 1 week, learn the menu, learn the steps of service, coaching, counseling, boom, you got it going. 3 to 5x. Laundry, 3 to 5x. And in a room, and the scheduling thing is interesting because you have different levels of stamina. So when we're talking about it sounds easy, not really. You've got different levels of stamina.
Sure.
Like my son, I didn't reference him. We adopted a boy with Down syndrome 6 years ago. Guy's a machine. He can work 8 hours, 9 hours. My daughter, who you'll meet shortly, 3 to 4, and her legs start to hurt. One of the guys that you'll meet, Mac, he's a machine. Mac can work all day long, energizer ready. So the scheduling is a mosaic. So if you have, say, 10 tasks get done in an 8-hour shift, well, you know what? My daughter can do 4 of those tasks in 3 hours. And then you have somebody else that you fill a slot. So I've always said to everyone that we hire, the schedule is the most difficult thing that we do because we have 10 tasks to complete within a window. And then each one of our team members has a different skill set and stamina level. So what we say is it's a mosaic, and you hope by the time you finish this mosaic schedule, it's pretty, because sometimes it's not.
I mean, my mind is blown right now. But yeah, I get it, running through all of this. But somehow you're an expert. You grew up with this.
Well, I think it's a dad thing.
Yeah.
I live it.
Yes.
I live it. I got my daughter's 21, my son is 18, but, in one way, yeah, she's 21, but some will tell you that she has the intellect of 12 or 14 or whatever it might be. So you go through the same teenager things, you go through the same things. So in essence, by being a dad, I understand it. Now, what my job is, at Lantern and Reigns, is to take the dad, the hotel, put them together and produce a culture in each of our hotels, a product that the guests love. Like I said, this is cool. I mean, this firehouse is cool. We nailed it. We nailed it. So to that, then you put the soul into it and you have something really special. When we do, Rock Hill is going to be, I don't want to say rinse and repeat because it's not a firehouse. It's a 100-year-old building that's gone through a genesis of bank, office, back to hotel. The soul will be the same.
My mind is still blown. I'm thinking through any other physical things. I don't know, a bigger front desk or a smaller or a laundry or something. Are there any other?
Tech.
Thank
All right?
you.
Tech is a good one because, I've worked on the big box systems and, for example,
Yeah, they can be really complicated.
I call them Rickisms. There's certain things after all my years I hate about hotels, like the bad coffee makers in the rooms, the front desk where you walk up and it's like, anybody behind there? Because it's like right up to your neck. And then if you have a shorter person, they're standing on a box behind the desk. We have a table. We call it a welcome table because we want guests to feel, I don't want that barrier. You still need your equipment. We don't want the barrier. We chose our tech. It's run on tablets, paperless, in the cloud. But we chose the tech because it needed to be, the UX, the user experience needed to be so simple that someone with autism, Down syndrome, or some type of developmental disability can check a guest in and check a guest out. So we chose our product on the UX, and then we backed into it with everything else, APIs and, all of the systems and processes that have to run off of the PMS. So that is a really, really good example. And half of the reception staff have a disability, half.
But they can work that and they're greeting people and people are going to feel away.
Okay, you bring up a good point. Yes, and then what happens is when two phones ring and someone's checking in and then someone's standing back there, then you have a little bit of, okay, they are trained to hit the panic button and then one of us will come out and assist. Now, that gets into staffing, that gets into the scheduling mosaic, but they know that it's okay because they will hit that anxiety button before most, which is fine. It's absolutely okay. There's someone close by.
I mean, I love all these stories. All right, give me one more, and then I want to meet some people, please.
I would say
laundry. Laundry can't be the same.
Well, laundry again it kind of is the same because that work is relatively rote. Well, let's go backwards, and it's not so much the physical thing for sample jobs. Rickism. I hate coffee. Those cheap coffee makers in the rooms. So we created coffee stations. The coffee, filtered water, and I also hate ice machines. So our team bags ice exactly the size of the ice bucket, and we put it into a freezer below the coffee maker, below the water dispenser. That's a job for one of our team members. Every morning, every night, they go out and they refill the stations. They make sure the ice is there. So that job doesn't exist. And I will say, back to the laundry model, we're a 59-room hotel with no space. So having a laundry was a necessity, and range was absolutely, because it's 5 to 7 jobs for people with disabilities. Whereas, someone in my role or the range role would say, at 59 rooms, let's just find a local commercial linen supplier, outsource it. I mean, and to that space, our office space, we've got 5 people in an open floor plan sitting next to each other. But they accept that because they know the reason behind that was we needed the laundry. We wanted to have those jobs. We wanted to create the environment for as many individuals to work in a Lantern as possible.
Rick, I love it. I love everything about this.
So here at the Lantern, when I mean David Tart and I think we were one of the first in the building, and we just like saw what this building was going to give us. So we came into the firehouse. There's 5 bay doors where the fire trucks would sit, and they would, then
Are we in a
they would go up.
fire truck bay right now?
Yes,
Sure.
this window right here
rolls
so
up.
there were 5 fire trucks that sat here. Back in the day, a lot of people don't remember. The analog phone would ring.
Sure.
It wasn't a 911.
Slide down the pole.
Slide down the pole, which we have right over here.
Awesome.
David and I, when David's a real design guy, so David was looking at, he's like, this is going to be our F&B area. Like, this will be a community engagement point. So from a Lantern perspective, we're employing people with disabilities. We have relationships with USC. We have relationships with local businesses. I mean, obviously that makes good business sense. But we wanted this to be, we looked at each other, we'll just make this Columbia's living room. So all fall, late winter into the early spring, all these bay doors are up. And so we have fire pits outside. Our restaurant was busy from day one because it's just this great vibe of, in the evening time, the lights are low, the music is perfect, temperature's right, great energy. We recruited some of the best bartenders in Columbia.
Smart.
They always like to go to the new place, but when they heard about the purpose of it, so we have, some of our we call them SATs, special ability team members. So some of our SATs are bar backs, food runners, host. I think the community kind of came in for that, but we provided them with the physical structure for that. Another piece of that puzzle is you asked about like the physical. We bought a coffee machine, paid way too much for it. But we did it with the intention, knowing that, to make a great espresso cappuccino latte, that we wanted a great product, but I also wanted, you were served by Laura this morning. She's on the spectrum.
She's great.
It's buttons. So she's not sitting there trying to masterfully create, but it's a great specialty coffee, but Laura can make it. So that coffee machine was specifically chosen knowing that our baristas would probably be, and they are, individuals with disabilities. So between, this whole environment that we've created, it's really, really exciting. And I think we're going to recreate that in Rock Hill, where the food and beverage programming is all lobby level, but we also have a ballroom upstairs. So that layout of that building, what the building will give you, lends itself to a phenomenal, like this emotional Lantern experience.
Amazing. When is the next one? Is where? Rock Hill?
Rock Hill,
When?
end of, probably early Q2.
Early? Okay. So not
It's right
that
around
far.
the corner. For us,
You're
we
right.
all know that's around the corner.
That'll be here in no time.
Yep.
All right. I'm officially starting your consultant program, by the way, for the industry. So if you got questions, we're going to call Rick.
Well, you know what? 2 things. Our industry is short. I think
Yes.
I'm pretty opinionated on this, but post-COVID, we lost a generation of hospitality workers. They sat on their couches, They got big checks, started thinking like, why am I working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, holidays at night, working for tips? I got bad people. I'm driving for Costco and I'm making good money. So we lost a lot of our hospitality workers to the gig economy post-COVID. They're coming back.
Oh, great.
They're coming back because it's a great, and then when I look at the USC graduates, there's absolute inspiration for the next generation of hospitality leaders, because we got some of these really, really impressive students that are graduating, especially from that USC HRSM program. So there's still a segment of our population that needs work, wants to work, will show up. Guess how many days? We have on and off 25, 30 individuals. Guess how many days of work they've missed in 6 months?
Oh, man. I'm guessing not many. Wow.
Zero. So my colleagues out there, if you're looking for reliable individuals, if you're willing to make that investment, 3 to 5x in the training period, and you have that culture in your organization that's going to help these individuals succeed, you've got a segment of the population that you can tap into.
I'm telling you, your phone's going to ring, which is great for our industry.
It is. It's great for our industry. And I also think it's great for the guest. Like I alluded to, right now we're a perfect 5 on Google, a perfect 10 on Expedia. Do I think we are? No. I think where we make up for it is this lacking in hospitality of like, I feel something. I felt something when I was there. Yeah. Made a mistake, had to wait, phone wasn't answered too quick enough. Yeah. We don't do a lot of that, by the way. But when it does happen, you get this little get out of jail free pass because it was Mac, it was Colin, it was Katie. I love them.
Rick, this is great, and I'm clearly impressed with this conversation and with you. So I love it. All right, let's meet some people. Can we meet some people?
Hi, no, sir. Good to see you.
Thanks for sitting down.
I look good, so I got
You're amazing. What's your last name?
Mac Watson.
Mac Watson.
Well, my full name is William, so William McLaurin Watson, but everybody calls me Mac. I got a lot of nicknames I've been called, but I'll tell you later. But
You will?
I can't wait. What's your favorite nickname?
well, my brother calls me. This is a funny story. He calls me Mac Attack, so that's my nickname. But
You're Mac Attack.
Mac Attack. I'm gonna call it Mac 11. That's my nickname from basketball because I did Special Olympics. I won a gold medal this year, so 26. So gold medals. So
What sport?
basketball.
Of course it was basketball.
And our coach is actually a deputy sheriff for Richland County right now.
So you're very easy to talk to, obviously, Mac. I can see why you're a talented individual. Okay, now we're sitting down with Rick and Mac. Rick, thank you. Mac, fantastic. Teague Hunter. Mac Watson.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Thank you. How did you meet Rick?
So the story about how I met Mr. Rick, my mom, I think my mom's fiance had a connection with Rains. I didn't know anything about Rains at the point. I actually used to work at another hotel years ago, and I stopped working there. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for an opportunity to come up. And mom's like, oh, there's an opportunity come up. Like, what opportunities? It's Rains. They're making a hotel here. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Where is it? Frankly, it's actually gonna be right here, which I didn't know anything about. Like, there's an old firehouse, which I know. I love history and stuff about Columbia because I have a lot of family here, and I waited for an opportunity to build up and stuff like that. And basically, I had to wait for a couple months before it opened. So I stayed in Charlotte for a couple of days.
Are you from the area?
I am.
Where were you born and raised?
So I was born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee.
I'm telling you this, I'm not a Vols fan, so I'm not. So I'm a Gamecock.
You're a Gamecock.
I'm a Gamecock.
Did you go to the University
I went
of South
to
Carolina?
USC. I did.
What
Yeah,
did
I
you
that.
study?
My major is hospitality, retail, sports management. So I've actually worked in sports and in restaurants. When I was a kid, I actually worked in restaurants when I was 13. So I did it probably for a couple of years when I was in high school, and then in summertime I did work and stuff like that. And when I graduated, I worked for the USC softball team and I actually worked with the softball team in operations management. I was an intern with them. I got a couple of friends that I'm still friends with them to this day. One of them plays professional softball right now, so they their own thing. I'm doing my thing, so I'm making them proud.
Why don't you speak 2 seconds on the life program?
Yes.
Yes. Carolina Life?
So Carolina Life is basically, this is something that's really emotional to me. I had a lot of, I always wanted to go to college. That was a dream of mine that I was a kid. I had zero doubts in my head, but I say this, I have confidence in my head. So I was very confident that I got into college in 2022. Very grateful I got in. I was very emotional because to this day my mom put me on Twitter. I'm still mad about that, but I was very grateful that I made friends to this day. I didn't know anything. Well, when I went to USC, because I have family here, so all my family, half of my family went to USC, and 2 went to Clemson. So sorry, but
we don't talk to them anymore.
But I was very grateful I got into USC. Met some. I'm very grateful I got into school there. I graduated there. Got a certificate of completion. My name's on there at home, so I got a certificate. I got a giant plaque of it. So
good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah,
You got to be
appreciate
very
it.
proud of that.
I'm always proud of it.
And if I heard you, it sounded like you had a job or working at another hotel.
Yes, sir. It was.
And then got recruited over here?
So
Talk to
no,
me.
the funny story is I left that job. I left the job. I put my week notice on there because I wanted to come over here because I'm gonna say this is probably the best people I ever worked with. Hands down here. Mr. Rick's probably the best person I ever worked with. And he's probably one of the nicest people I ever worked with. Hands down to me because I love him so much. because he's the best. So
I love that. What's your favorite task to do here?
so well, I was front desk a little bit, but I got pushed down a little bit. But
You didn't get pushed down. We just moved
there an
you to
incident we should
where
be
your
aware of, Matt?
skills would be better utilized.
yeah, that makes.
Exactly.
But I went to sorry, Mr. Rick.
Oh, good, man.
but I actually literally work in the restaurant now, so I'm bussing front doing. I'm trying to remember
Bussing,
but
food running.
and
Hosting once in a while.
and I'm doing hosting once in a while, and I'm also doing bar back, helping bring ice back to the bar, make sure everything's all set. So everything has to be set, and I'm also making sure guests are happy too. So that's what I'm always very grateful of, because I always like to make the guests happy. You know, I'm always
Mac
like
is
talking to guests?
Mac is one of the best table touchers in the industry.
I couldn't believe this.
And part of the problem is he'll get ice, but it'll take him 20 minutes to go 20 feet because he talks to everybody. But that's what makes the Lantern and our restaurant, Ladder 13, special. People come in to see Mac.
Celebrity Mac, I'm telling you.
Well, I've talked to Shane Beamer. You know, I
Sure.
Well, no. This is when I first started my job hosting. He called on the phone.
Hang on, for those who don't know, who is Shane Beamer?
He's the USC head coach for the University of South Carolina.
Football
Head coach.
Big deal. Big deal in town.
Yep. He's I said this. He's a big inspiration in my life. I like the way he coaches. So that's a goal of mine. I want to be just like him. So.
And when he comes in here, beelines
Comes
to see Mac. Yes, he does.
Did you give him some tips? Tell him
I know,
what he's doing
I
right and wrong?
I told him
Give
this.
some plays to run the ball more?
I told them this. Like overall, I said, look, defense wins championships. I always say that. That's what I say, because my dad played lacrosse and football back then, and it said defense always wins championships. That's the goal in every sport. But when you're doing hospitality, teamwork makes the dream work. That's what I would say. Teamwork helps out, because if someone's having struggles of not helping the table, we step back up. So,
How much did your team sports growing up help you with this job?
oh, the sports are
How much did the sports you played growing up help you?
it just built me up. Like when I played sports, I started like I'm a sports nerd. I always love sports. Like I watch probably sports every day, but I also work out and I learned how to adapt to it. When I started doing the hospitality, it's like I'm learning how to be independent. My mom always said, be independent to yourself. And my mom always said this. She told me this to the heart. Always focus on yourself. Don't focus on me. She always said that to me. And that's very emotional to me, because she always told me, because she does a different thing than me. She does real estate. I do hospitality. So she's very grateful for
I think I
that.
got to meet your mom.
She's very sweet.
You have a best friend here?
I got one of my buddies, Alex, one of my buddies, Alex.
Did you talk him into it?
No, so it's funny. He worked at Hall's Chop Out, or he worked at the restaurant down here, Roost Chris, right down
Yes.
the road. So I said this, Alex, come over here, man, and like get over here.
I recruited him.
Like
Of course.
we recruited.
You got him recruited for you.
Well,
Yep.
I think his dad called Mr. Rick, and then after that he's doing his thing now.
I think you need to recruit for Frank Beamer.
I don't know. Well, he's one of the greatest coaches, Hall of Fame coach. So, but overall, I love hospitality. It's one of my favorite things I want to help people. That's the goal of mine. My goal is, this is something I want to say this. People with disabilities, I want to help people out. I hate when people get bullied with disabilities, and I'm going to support them all the time. I'm going to support them any way I can. I just want to support those people, because it makes me feel like when people get bullied, I'm going to support them. I'm going to say, hey, get away from that. So
Do you feel like you get bullied?
I got bullied when I was a kid years ago. I hate when people bully me, because I was born with something. I was born with a brain injury. I was born with something in my brain, but my mom would say I'm perfect the way I am. And
I would agree.
And I actually had a minor stroke when I was a kid. When I was born with something, I had a cord around my leg, and I had some health issues, and to this day, here I am to this day. I'm 28 years old. I'm about to be turning 29. So 29.
Perfect.
I still look handsome, so I look good.
And perfect.
And perfect.
And perfect.
You've come a long way. You're doing great. Mac, you were incredible.
appreciate it.
I'm so glad I got the pleasure to meet you.
I appreciate it.
And thank you for sitting down with us and
appreciate it.
sharing your story.
Rick, have a good one.
Let's hang out a little more.
Yeah.
My full name is Jameson Ann Hayduk.
Jameson and Hayduk. It is a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for sitting down with us. Who's this guy?
My dad.
Do we like this guy?
Yes.
Yes. How long have you been looking up to him?
A lot. We've been just hanging out.
How big's your family? You got brothers and sisters?
Yes, I do.
Older, younger?
I have a little brother named Abe, and he's 18. And I have a sister named Jordan, and I have an older sister named Vaughn, and she just had a baby nephew.
Oh, congratulations. I love it. So where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Greenville, South Carolina,
Sure. Greenville.
Florida,
New York.
and New York.
Oh, you've been all over.
Yes.
Florida, New York, Greenville. And are you in school right now?
Yes.
Where are you in school?
I go to Clemson.
Clemson. Are you and Mac friends or mortal enemies?
Well, she's the third tiger in the family.
Ah, thank you. Who else went to Clemson?
My older sister Vaughn and my sister Jordan.
Oh, good for them. And you followed them.
Yes.
Excellent. How did you like Clemson?
I love it. I love it because it's my happy place and focus in class.
Tell me more.
In Clemson, we do a lot of football games and just spend time with friends and focus in class.
What do you go to all the football games?
I do.
Yes. Who's do you like the head coach?
Yes.
What's his name?
Dabo.
Dabo Sweeney.
Yes.
Yes.
So Jameson is a rising junior in the Clemson Life program.
Rising junior in the Clemson Life program. How do you like the Clemson Life program?
I love it so much.
What do you like the best about it?
My favorite best about it is just hanging out with all my friends and teachers.
What about your coffee shop? You love your coffee shop.
I work in Clemson. It's called Coyote Coffee, and I make coffees there.
What kind of coffee? What's your favorite coffee to make?
Lucky Charm.
Tell me about Lucky Charm.
Lucky Charm is when you make coffee, you put flavors in first, 2 shots of espresso, and then 2% of milk, and then we mix it.
Excellent. What flavor? Any flavor? All flavors.
All different kinds of flavors.
How long have you been working there?
I've been working there since
Sophomore year.
sophomore year.
Sophomore
One
year.
and a half years.
Excellent. How long you been working here? Is this just a summer job, or is this
the
just a summer job?
I love working with my dad, and he's amazing worker and helper.
What's so great about him?
He is handsome, and he works really hard in this Lantern Hotel.
He does work really hard. Are you proud of this hotel?
Yes.
Have you met many friends here?
Yes, I have.
Who are a couple of the friends that you've liked the best, that you've met
I
here?
know Mac. He's amazing. And
Laura.
Laura.
We have met Mac and Laura. They are great.
Yes.
Miss Bethany.
And Miss Bethany.
You're making friends all over the place, aren't you?
Yes.
What do you want to do when you graduate?
When I graduate college, I want to keep living in Clemson because my dream job is to be an ILA. The ILA means living in the system,
No, independent living.
independent living. And I want to help other students to be more independently and just be with them.
Good for you. I bet you're a role model to a lot of kids,
Yes.
don't you think?
Yes.
A lot of them look up to you.
Yes.
Yes. Keep doing that. Keep leaning. Keep
She's
leaning
in.
in.
She's in a sorority too.
Are you in a sorority?
Yes.
What sorority?
I'm in a sorority. Its name is KD. KD means Kappa Delta.
Excellent. Good. You got a lot of fun sorority sisters?
Yes.
Is there a sorority cheer I should be aware of right now?
A lot.
You want to do one for me? No. Okay. I don't either. Do you live on campus?
I live on campus for my sophomore year. For this year, I'm about to be a junior, and I'll live in downtown Clemson.
Oh, downtown Clemson.
It's off campus.
Off campus.
No ILA.
No
No
ILA.
ILA.
This is the independent living inflection point.
We figure out if we can do this. Are you nervous or you got this?
I'm super excited, but I'm a little nervous because I'm gonna miss my dad and my mom.
I would miss them too. Looks like
Yeah,
it was.
for 5 minutes.
Sure. And then
Typical college student.
see ya.
See ya.
Out of sight, out of mind.
That's it, gone.
Out of sight, out of mind. What was it like growing up with dad?
Amazing.
Yes.
He's amazing. He works really hard, and he keeps up with our family.
How many hours do you think you work a week? How about a day? How many hours a day do you work?
3, 4.
3 to 4.
Good, excellent. And you like that? That's enough.
Yes.
That's good for you. Making the barista, making the coffees.
Yes. And one more thing, I work in the kitchen. I prep dinners.
Oh, do you like that?
Yes, I love doing
What?
that.
Tell me the best part of that.
My favorite part of it is try to make all different kinds of dinner preps.
Food prep, helping with dinner.
Yes.
Is it in this kitchen that I'm staring at right here?
Yes.
With the big windows so you can see out?
Yes.
Do you like interacting with the guests?
Yes.
And customers?
Yes.
I bet so. I bet they like talking with you as well. Thank you for talking to
Thank
us.
you.
This is great. You're very impressive and lucky to have a great dad like
Okay, my
this.
baby.
Now we're sitting down with Sophia Shememi. Sophia, thanks for being here.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
So
for having me.
Rick has talked a lot about you. So you feel like a little bit of a celebrity around here. Assistant general manager.
Yes.
How old are you?
22. About
Okay.
to be 23.
All right. There's something here. I get it. I see where you're going with this. So talk to us. Where are you from? Who are you first? Where are you from? Where are you born and raised?
So I was born in New York and I was raised kind of half in Dallas, Texas, and then half in Washington State. So
How'd you end up at University of South Carolina?
So I moved to Charleston, South Carolina my senior year of high school. And I kind of had to redo the whole college search because I didn't want to go all the way back to the
Sure.
West Coast. So then I decided, okay, what's a big school in South Carolina? University of South Carolina.
Good call.
And then I started as an accounting major and then realized how
Accounting's terrible.
yeah, how boring it was and how it wasn't for me. And then that's when I discovered like kind of like the HRSM program. And then I decided to go towards hospitality management because you kind of get that business aspect, but as well as kind of like the more hospitality of it.
Which is the hospitality school here in South Carolina, which
Yes.
is incredible, right? Yes, good for you. Okay, so what was your dream then?
Still, the dream is just to manage boutique hotels. So I really like the smaller hotel aspect of how like personal you get with all the employees and how it's just more like family oriented, I feel like.
Yeah, why'd you pick on with Rick? Why not? I mean, everyone graduates, they want to go to a big corporate Marriott or Hyatt or some Four Seasons luxury resort.
Yeah, so Rick and David Tarr actually came to my school and talked about the Lantern, and they said, you know, it's a 59-room boutique hotel with a purpose. And the more they were telling me about it, the more I kind of fell in love with it and really wanted to go and try to apply and really get a job here. So then one of my faculty members or faculty staff reached out to me and said, hey, you know, they're hiring, maybe like introduce yourself. And I did, and here I am.
Not about what you know, it's about who you know.
She was highly recommended by the faculty.
I'm
So
sure.
that was a big plus that they took one of the best and brightest and put her in front of us.
I can see that. So have you worked in the hotel industry before?
Yeah, so I actually worked at a hotel 2 blocks from here.
Okay.
So I did an internship there, and as soon as that was over and I got my hours, I started here. So it really helped because we even used some of the systems at the old hotel here that I was helping show the staff and teach
So
them.
that's one of our fun questions, even for the old timers. What was your first job in the industry? So it'll be easier. What was your first job in the industry?
My first job would be a server assistant at High Cotton, which is one of like the Hall's restaurants in Charleston. That's kind of where I learned I really like the whole connecting with the guest experience, even if it's just for like 10 seconds at a time. I really enjoyed giving them a high level of service.
Yeah, what do you like the best about it? Do you like interacting with the guests more? Or do you like interacting with the teammates more?
That's a hard one. Because I really
With the
love
boss sitting right here.
I think I like connecting more with the employees and the staff more because you build more of a connection, seeing them every day and watching them grow and flourish in their job is really rewarding. But I also love seeing the excitement people get checking in and whenever they check out saying how much they love the facility and love the staff and they would come back again.
What are your roles, title assistant GM? What are your roles and responsibilities here?
So I help oversee the housekeeping, front office, maintenance, and valet. It's making sure that they're kind of all smooth and
a lot.
making sure everyone's communicating with each other and on the same page with everything.
That's a big job for a newly graduated person.
Well, what I've learned over my years is a lot of the stuff can be taught. All right. And yes, Sophia has so much in front of her, but one is I think she's an older soul, as reinforced by her faculty, but also the heart, right? So again, passion, tolerance, compassion, and love. When we spoke with Sophia, I saw that. a lot of what we do is teachable, and she's a sponge. So it's in that case, we're talking about people with disabilities 4 or 5x to get them trained. For her, it's like one and done. But at the same time, this demeanor, the approach, what we know of is great hospitality, leadership. I see those traits in her, despite her age.
Love that. How do you like working with the life students?
It's really great. I love seeing how all of them are so excited to work here, and a lot of them have like come to me and said, "Oh, I want to do more. What else can I do? How can I help?" And it's just really rewarding seeing how great of an environment that we've built, that they feel like welcome and they feel really enthusiastic working.
Are there challenges? There have to be challenges. It can't be all roses.
Yeah, it's challenging to find like everyone's learning style. Everyone learns different, and just having to adapt and see how they're able to learn, whether it's visual, repetitive, everyone learns different. So kind of adapting styles with different people, even though you're kind of teaching the same system, you just have to teach it 7 different ways.
How are they helping you learn about people and human nature and everything?
They help me learn every day. I feel like I'm always learning something new. I've grown my communication style and learning styles. And, every day when I walk in, obviously I haven't done a lot of these things before. So it's like we're both learning, and I just feel like I'm growing every day, and they teach me things every day.
Yeah, I can get that just with my conversations. I can see how they bring more out and make you be a little more intentional. I think about what you're doing. How hard, he said schedule is difficult. How hard is it to make the schedule?
It's hard because knowing, especially going into school and everyone is having, can't work some days, can work some days. Everyone's going to want football season, all the game days. So it's going to be hard finding that balance. But just focusing on communication and being direct, just asking straightforward, let me know your schedule so I'm able to adapt to it and try my best so everyone is happy.
I love this. All right, let's keep. What advice would you give the, rising senior who's panicked about getting a job and getting a real job and moving on with life? What advice would you have for that?
Don't be set on one path. So when I was graduating rising senior, I thought I was going to go home, get my master's, and then just move on from there. And then I had this opportunity and I just jumped at it, and I kind of threw everything else out the window. So nothing is set in stone. So when you're thinking about your future, kind of have a guideline, but always be open to opportunities and learning to adapt to what's to come.
I love that. We have a saying in our family: life is a journey, not a destination. Or success. So just enjoy the ride is us. I think that echoes what you were saying.
Absolutely.
What's next? How long are we going to be here for? We're going to take over, be the full-time GM. We're going to go to the next property, train everybody else. What's our next dream?
Next dream is probably managing boutique hotels. So looking up to Rick, and Rick has really been showing me like what he does and how he gives me his Rickisms, which is pretty much his words of wisdom. And that really helps me grow into becoming a general manager, even more from there, like regional.
Yeah, my other
moving
advice
forward.
to everyone is find a mentor and find someone who cares about your success and who's willing to spend the time and energy and lean in. And handpicked, and you've already sung her praises, so I'm sure Rick's doing that in spades.
Rick is a great mentor. I'm very lucky to have him, and he's really taking time to showing me everything and teaching me everything that I need to know.
So you came from the hotel school, but tell me what the relationship that Lantern has with the hotel school.
Yeah, they have a great relationship with the HRSM school. They hire a lot so I'm obviously a USC HRSM alumni. I came from here, and there's still a couple other students that are also from the school.
Are you trying to go recruit now? Your friends?
Yeah, absolutely. I really love spreading the word of who we are as a hotel and our purpose, and it really does attract people that love our purpose and they want to work with us. So people have reached out. So we also go in. That's how I learned about the hotel, is they came in to speak about the hotel, and that's kind of how I fell in love with it. And I was like, I love this. So they have a very good connection with the hotel.
I love it. And next year, you're going to come to the Hunter Conference and meet more people and learn more about the industry. And with Rick developing more lanterns and Rains taking over more hotels, there's plenty of room.
Yeah.
That's right. Feels like a big boat. A lot of friends we could recruit.
Well, there's a lot of seed planting right now. Who knows what the future is going to be? But right now, you're always looking. I mean, we're taking care of that guest 2 minutes in front of us, but we're also looking, years out. We got Lantern Rock Hill coming online. I'll be up there a lot. I've got to get Sophia ready to, take on, a lot here more than we have today as we're working shoulder to shoulder. You never know what the future is going to hold. But like you said, enjoy the journey. We're loving what we're doing right now. We're excited about what this hotel will bring to our team, to our guests, to the community. Rock Hill is going to be the same. And then who knows what happens thereafter, but we are enjoying the ride.
I think it's where it's about people. Stick with Rick. He'll take you places.
Yes, absolutely.
This is great, Sophia. Thank you.
It was
Thanks
really
for
great
sitting
meeting
down
with
with
you.
us.
Thank you.